If you've ever dipped your toes into spirituality or self-help, you've heard it over and over again. Raise your vibration. Just focus on love and light. Stay positive and everything will align. And for a while, you tried. You meditated with crystals, you repeated affirmations, you forced gratitude lists, you smiled even when you wanted to scream. But here's the problem. It didn't work, did it? Because love and light, as sold to you, is BS. It's not that love and light are bad. It's that the way they're packaged as a pastel, sanitized, good vibes only lifestyle is toxic. And if you're someone who feels deeply, who carries intensity in your bones, you already know it. The love and light philosophy promises if you just stay positive, life will reward you. It tells you negativity attracts negativity. So if you're struggling, it must be your fault. It whispers, don't be angry, don't be sad, don't be dark. Just send out good vibes and good things will come back. But here's the truth. Life isn't all love and light. Sometimes life is rage and grief and shadow and fire. Sometimes it's unfairness and heartbreak and injustice. And pretending otherwise doesn't heal you. It numbs you. It gaslights you into believing your real feelings are a problem to be solved instead of truths to be honored. There is a name for it too, spiritual bypassing. It's when you use spiritual practices, positivity, affirmations, forgiveness, to avoid dealing with real pain, trauma, or injustice. Someone hurt you? Well, don't get angry. Just send them love. The world is on fire. Well, don't protest. Just raise your vibration. You're depressed? Don't feel it. Just visualize abundance. Bypassing feels nice in the short term, but long term it's poison because the pain you refuse to face doesn't disappear. It festers. Anger is not the enemy. Love and light tells you anger is low vibration, that if you're angry, you're failing spiritually. But anger is nothing but a normal reaction to a crossed boundary. Anger is data. Anger tells you an injustice happened or a truth was violated. Without anger, nothing changes. Civil rights weren't won on love and light alone. They were won on righteous rage. Your anger isn't the opposite of spirituality. It's the fuel of it. And then there's grief. Grief is holy. Love and light tells you to choose joy. But what about when you've lost someone? What about when your heart feels like rubble? Grief isn't a failure of positivity. Grief is proof of love. It's the shadow side of connection. It's the cost of caring deeply. To bypass grief with positivity is to dishonor the depth of your love. Grief isn't something to fix. It's something to sit with, to honor, to let transform you. And then there is this unhealthy rejection of darkness. But darkness is fertile. Love and light treat darkness like contamination. But darkness is where things grow. Seeds sprout in the darkness. Babies grow in the dark of the womb. Creativity often emerges from the dark nights of the soul. Your shadows aren't mistakes. They're teachers. They reveal what you've buried, what you've denied, what you're terrified to face. And facing them doesn't make you less spiritual. It makes you whole. If you've ever tried to plaster positivity over your pain and felt worse, here's why. You have a low tolerance for bullshit. Not because you're broken. You're not broken. You're honest. Some people can float on affirmations and good vibes because their nervous systems are wired for lightness and for bypassing and for pretending everything is fine. But you're wired for depth and for intensity and for truth. And truth isn't always pretty. Truth sometimes screams and claws and bleeds. Of course, love and light doesn't work for you. You're allergic to fake. You were never meant to be pastel. You are meant to be fire. And then there's the industry of good vibes. God, I hate it. This is the darker side to this whole thing. This whole industry of good vibes being pushed on you. Because love and light positivity is profitable. Because if you believe all your problems are caused by low vibes, you won't question systems of oppression, you won't resist injustice, and you won't demand change. You'll just buy another crystal, another retreat, another affirmation deck. It keeps you docile, manageable, numb. Love and light isn't just personal BS. It's cultural control. But real spirituality includes shadow. Real healing isn't about erasing shadow. It's about integrating it. That means feeling your anger without shame. That means letting grief wash through you without rushing it. Sitting with your fear instead of forcing it away. Using your intensity as a guide, not a curse. Real spirituality is messy, it's raw, it's tears on the bathroom floor, rage at injustice, forgiveness that comes after fury, not instead of it. When you deny your darkness, you split yourself in two. You perform light while hiding shadow. You smile while you're screaming inside. And eventually, the split cracks. You break down, you explode, you collapse. Because you cannot build a real life on half of yourself. Wholeness isn't about being light. It's about being both. And here's how you can reject the BS and live whole. So, how do you survive when love and light doesn't work for you? Well, you're just going to have to embrace the full spectrum. Name your shadows. Write them, speak them. Stop pretending they don't exist. Honor your rage. Let it guide you into action instead of rotting inside you. Give grief its altar. Cry, mourn. Create rituals. Don't rush it. Stop apologizing for intensity. Your depth isn't wrong. It's rare. Seek depth, not denial. Surround yourself with people and practices that can handle your fire, not ones that try to smother it. There is beauty beyond BS. Here's the irony. Once you stop forcing love and light, you actually get closer to real love and real light. Not the fake smile for Instagram kind. The real, gritty, blood and bone kind. The kind that consumes. The kind that comes after you've faced your shadows and survived. Love is deeper when it includes grief. Light is brighter when it shines through darkness. The BS version wants you shiny and shallow, but the real version wants you whole. If you've ever felt like a failure at positivity, hear this. You're not broken. You're awake. You are never meant to bypass. You are never meant to float on good vibes while the world burns. You are meant to feel the fire to face the shadow, to channel it into something real. So stop trying to be light when you're built for lightning. Stop trying to be love when you're built for truth. You don't need to match the vibe. You can choose to be the vibe. So we've already established that love and light doesn't work for you because it's BS. Because you are never meant to erase your shadow. You are never meant to bypass your rage. You are never meant to pretend everything is fine when it isn't. You were meant to feel it all. To burn, to grieve, to rage, to rise. You were never meant to be good vibes only. You were meant to be alive. Now, if you're real enough for this to hit you, please know that's what I'm building here. A space for the real ones, the misfits, the intense, the shadow walkers. The ones who are done with pastel positivity and ready for the raw truth. So if you're done with BS, stick around. Subscribe to Way Out of Line, and let's build a home where fire and shadow, rage, grief, and love all belong. Because the truth is, you don't need love and light alone. You need the whole damn spectrum. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time too.